Bona, 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 bona. Bona natural beauty. Bona natural beauty. Yes. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. Yeah, I shame. I shame. Thank you, Siyabonga. Ke ba leboha shame bokokolo ntate moholo ke ba leboha because ne re fisa ke di wiki monna. Ne re fisa ke di wiki. Re fisa ke di wiki. Re sekeng re le cute ka di eyelash. Re le cute bona re blush re bontsha re tsekeng re dira tse tsotlhe go dumela. Yeah. But it was costly. Not only financial cost, because that wa bereka mo lefatsheng wa reka dilo, it's the circle of life. But costly in the sense ya gore the effort, the time, and also what that does to your self-esteem. To say for me to be acknowledged as beautiful, this is the kind of look I have to present to the world. It says to you, Hore, this is how I have to show up, otherwise I am not accepted fully. And for a very long time, that was how I showed up. And that's how most of us show up, with this mask that we put on in order to fit in, to get jobs, to get recognized, to find love, and all these things. But are you truly happy with yourself? Is the question. When you bear it all down, and look yourself in the mirror without any of those things, are you internally happy with yourself? And that is where I started to lose it, because I was not recognizing myself. There was a time I went for a photo shoot. Okay, I think I needed to do a background story, but I'll come back to that. So I went for a photo shoot, and I got cast for the shoot with my wig, with my weave look, and that was what was approved. So I got casted, we got the shoot date, and I went for that shot, and it was for a music video. So those that have been on music video shootings, they know this thing's, it's a whole day event. It's just like going for a shoot, a show. It's a whole day event. There's so many moving parts to it from a production point of view. So the whole day we are waiting. There are a lot of us that needs to be makeup. There's a lot of us that just trying to figure out how we fit in the songs, rehearsals, and what. And in between this session, for some reason I could not stand myself. I looked at everybody else, and everybody else had waves, they had hairstyles, and I took off my wig. And something in me clicked that day, because from that day I never wore wigs again. I never did weaves. I just accepted that I have this kind of hair, and I need to look after this kind of hair and nourish it. And if I want length, I need to get length with my natural hair. It's going to take time, it's going to take effort, and that is what I have to do. So I had dreadlocks, and my dreadlocks were very long and thick. So it was always a mission for me to fit them in my wigs, to get my hair done first, the dreadlocks, and then put weaves on it. But I was doing it, and sometimes I would get so hot, I would get hot flashes. And why? Is because I was blocking my channel. I was blocking my crown. My crown was overwhelmed with what was happening here on top, which was not meant to be. You need space, you need air, you need sun. Sun needs to touch this, regenerate. A human being is a very beautifully made engineering structure. There is so much happening. Some things are just so mechanical that we don't even realize they're happening. But they're happening. So I then went to tell my manager, because she was also there, and I'm like, I'm not going to shoot with this look. I'm changing my look, and if they feel that they no longer want me for the shoot, then I accept it. But I am tired of this look. And she was like, no, you actually look better. You actually look different, and it's a good thing because all the girls here have weaves on. So you are actually going to stand out because of that. You are the only girl without a wig or a weave or hair extensions, because different names for different things, but artificial hair. And that really actually gave me a boost, because I was ready to drop everything, just walk out and go cry my eyes out. I couldn't understand why all of a sudden I didn't see beauty in what I was presenting. And that's where it started breaking down. From that to where I am today. And even though I may, if you don't look at me properly, sometimes people might think I'm a cute boy, because I have a very small body, and and I do take after my dad, as most people have said. So I look like my dad, so I'm a girl that looks like her dad. So I do have that boyish look, and when I was younger, I was more tomboyish. So it has been a long journey from that day to here, for me to appreciate both my feminine and masculine energies. For me to not feel offended when somebody says "shobra" and I'm walking. At first, I used to be quick to correct them that no, I'm a girl, I'm not a boy, But as someone who now understands energies, as someone who now understands who I am and who I walk with, it's no longer an insult, it's no longer an offense. I actually acknowledge it when it happens, because I now understand better. So there are times where things, you get a time where you're allowed, the universe, your guys, they give you allowance to experience the world, to experience what is it like to be that girl. And we need to accept when that time has run out, and now you have to let go of that phase in life. Most people today are struggling because they refuse to let go. They refuse the change. Some people have headaches. They can do hair today, 2 hours later, that hair is undone. Why? Because the universe is talking to you. Your body is talking to you, and you are refusing to listen. And because of that, you are now fighting against yourself. You are fighting against your growth. What now you're going to start to do? You're going to go to the doctor. Then now they're going to look for problems, medical problems, because you have an ongoing headache. Why? Because you are forcefully wanting to do the hairstyle that the universe doesn't want you to have. You've had it. You had time. You had 10 years, 20 years, 30 years to do these things, and you refuse to back down. You're saying no. This is me. This is the look I have. This is the look I have presented to the people, to my workplace, and I am not willing to let it go. If it means suffer for beauty, let me suffer. But there are some things that are not worth suffering for, especially that kind of suffering. I have suffered from these headaches, the migraines, I even got to a point where I wore glasses. That's how intense my headaches. I used to have terrible, literally mad raving feeling like headaches. Literally like you can pull out your hair type of headaches. Some things, guys, it's not about other people, what they might do to you, have done to you. It's what we do to ourselves. It's what we do to ourselves. Some of us are holding our own growth. Some of us are holding back our own finances. Why? Because we refuse to flow. We are earth. We are energy. It flows. These things, they flow. These things change. The same way there are 4 seasons in a year, we also have different seasons in life. We have the building season, we have the learning season, we have the experimenting season, we have the joyful season, we have a painful season. All these things are part of learning, part of growth, part of evolution, and not just for the body, but for the soul as well. Because the way you feed our body, the spirit also needs to be fed. And we cannot focus on 2 things at the same time. So you can't focus on maintaining an image, a mask, and at the same time want spiritual growth or want clarity or want her. So whoever this video finds, I hope it finds you and it answers that silent question you have asked yourself, you have asked your guides. Why is this happening to me? Today I have broken down the question by giving you my story. Because when I started asking that question, I got my answer. And my answer, it took me years for me to come to this realization, because I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was what it was at the time. It started slowly. Like, I'm going to try and look for my pictures of this day I was talking about, because this was the highlight of days for me, where I was like, no. And after that, I couldn't anymore. I even started giving my wigs away. I started giving them away. My Brazilians, I gave them away, because I knew that I could never, ever again stand putting something on top of my crown, knowingly that I will be blocking my energy, knowingly that I am suffocating my energy flow. So for today, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there, beautiful souls, because healing is a journey, and healing is not just us saying it, it's also us doing it. We need to work towards healing, and we start that by stop doing things that are hurting us, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, or spiritually. Some things is not like we don't know, it's just we want to be stubborn about it. Some things we want to test endurance, but it's kind of unrealistic to fight with something that is way older than it's old. It didn't start with us, it's not gonna end with us. It's just now has changed approach. It has changed as times have changed and ways have changed, matters. A lot of things have changed. If we look at now the types of wind that are now appearing in May, it will show you that there's a change. So that was it for today. It was very unplanned. I actually just wanted to take a selfie. And when I was taking a selfie, I was like, let me take a video because I want to see how I look. And I looked at myself and this message came. So most times, you have to think about what am I going to put, will it make sense? But now I am learning to trust the gut. I am learning to trust and answer those silent questions that people are asking the universe. And for us that have gone through these things and came out, because sometimes these people don't come out, and not in a form of their dying. No, not we're not talking about. Some people get stuck in the past, get stuck in the trauma that came with what was meant to teach you. You get stuck there. You hold on to that pain. You hold on to what happened. You don't want to move on. So this is to say, even though it feels like it's never going to end, trust you me, there is an end, and you come out holistically. You come out a complete version of yourself. And for anybody who feels that they would like to share, talk, you know what, I'm here. Feel free, because at the end of the day, we go through things not only for our own healing, but also to be able to walk the journey with others on their healing journey, Marcos. So know that you are beautiful, you are gorgeous, and there is no one, absolutely no one on the whole planet who looks like you, who is you, thinks like you, behaves like you. You are uniquely made. So take that, digest it for a minute. I will end it there. Thank you for those that have watched until the end. Please also follow me on YouTube. It's at Valencia Mabika 3606, because I would like to have these kind of conversations live or in a form of a podcast. But I do need more subscribers, so please do help me reach that goal. Thank you. Love and light. Emakosi.